All right, what's up, Facebook, YouTube, internet world? Today is Monday, 5/18, 5-month, 18-day, May 18th. That makes it week 9 of the Fight the Rona video vlog. And this week, Lindsay said I was pale. So, do I look pale to you? Because I have hardly been outside in the last almost 10 weeks. So I would not be surprised if I did. Also, this hair is getting crazy. I'm starting to get like anime hair. It's getting so long. Anyways, this week I thought I would skip the usual, usually we do big picture, small picture. But I'll keep the big picture brief because I'm sure we've all had enough of the news anyways. Basically, the reopening continues. LA has announced another 3 months of lockdown, which is pretty intense. I think I have that right, 3 months of lockdown, even though the Bay Area is starting to open up. And it's interesting to see like how liberals and conservatives are viewing the coronavirus and the lockdown. It seems to be like really politicized in a weird way. Like the left, it really wants like a longer lockdown and to take the coronavirus more seriously. The right kind of wants like a shorter lockdown and to open things up. I think some of it might have to do with the presidential election that's supposed to be at the end of the year. Traditionally, sitting presidents do really well when there's a good economy and do poorly when the economy is bad. And of course, the economy with all the unemployed people and people out of work and stuff is not exactly great right now. But the stock market is doing fucking awesome, which weirds me the fuck out. Especially since I've placed my money betting against a recovery, investing in things like oil tankers. Yeah, it's fucking weird to me. How is it that these oil tankers who are making record profits and have like record charter rates are eating so much shit? It's a fucking mystery. But hey, I've lost like a quarter of my investment in there. So, I mean, I'm hanging on for now, but maybe it'll turn back up. The biggest thing that I wanted to address is a question that a buddy of mine posed to me after watching a couple of these videos. Oz, he asked me to talk about raves and like how this quarantine has affected my relationship with music and raves, and my thoughts about attending a rave in the future. Like safety, which one, emotions. So yeah, I guess I'll start with like the thing I miss most about raves is that feeling of awe, that feeling of like when like the music swells and like the lights hit just right and like you just feel that feeling of like being small, that when you're with your friends under the lights and under the open sky and everything is just like the majesty, like the gloriousness of it. That's what I miss the most. My life is actually very comfortable, quarantine. There's no commute, I work from home, make a good income, don't really need to go out anywhere. I've got books, video games, cats, movies, like pretty much everything is at my fingertips. I want for nothing. I converted the extra bedroom into a gym. Like pretty much I've got everything, everything a man could desire, except that feeling of awe. And that's what I miss and crave the most. That feeling like that feeling of like a sunrise or the feeling of a full moon. That's what I'm talking about. And of course, there's like the thrill, like the excitement of a rave, like da 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 da. And like when you get to, oh, what's up, Hobbs? My cat just meowed. Here, you want to say hi? You want to say hi to everybody, Hobbs? Here. He doesn't want to say hi, but he's going to say hi. This is my handsome boy, Hobbs. I don't know what he wants right now, but he's making a big old fuss. All right, back down you go. Whoop. All right, what was I talking about? what was I talking about? Anyways, like that feeling, that like excitement feeling, like meeting people, making friends, sharing cigarettes, like high-fiving, like cracking jokes, like that like bustling, intermingling, like kind of feeling. I love that. That's something that's also missing in my day-to-day life. That I guess it's that like the joy of new friends and new connections. Yeah, I guess I just kind of miss people. So yeah, this quarantine, it's going to be a little over 2 months now, and usually I go to like a rave a month. So that's two big ones I've missed. That's Coachella and EDC. EDC was supposed to be this weekend, and I'll get into that a little more. But yeah, with the Corona thing, like when raves do come back, which might not be for a while, it is going to be a little sketchy attending one, because it is going to be riskier. Like there's going to be a lot of people, small space. It's totally non-essential. Like raves are purely, you don't need a rave to survive. You might say you need it to live, but you don't need one to continue breathing. So yeah, it's a little sketchy. For sure, I'm not going to be sharing water with anybody. There will probably be no more sharing of cigarettes. Yeah, that's going to be weird. It's going to be a little weirder, like getting or giving massages to people that you just met. But I will still go. I'm in the fortunate position where I don't really hang out with people who are in like a vulnerable demographic. I would be, of course, very sad if I got sick or if I got anybody else sick. But you can't live in fear forever. And if the local authorities say that it's okay to have this kind of event, and especially if there's treatments or vaccines available, then no problem. But in the meantime, yeah, it's definitely going to be dicey. I confess, we've been having like a lot of like virtual raves and like live DJ live streams, and I've tuned in a little bit, but it's not the same at all. Like so much of being at a rave is like, of course the music is important, but so much of it is beyond the music, that like your physical presence in a place with other people, like sharing an idea, representing that idea in like your clothing or like some outward way. My cat's really hungry. Hobbs, I just fed you. That it's a DJ stream doesn't do it justice, no matter how fucked up you get. Okay. So, yeah, long story short, I miss raves. I can't wait to go to one again. They're supposed to be back in October, but we'll see. We will see. But yeah, okay, so EDC was supposed to be this weekend, and yes, I did celebrate. I blocked off Saturday to completely celebrate, get myself in the right headspace, and it was amazing. I watched Troy with Lindsay. It was so sick. I fucking love that movie. It's like they do such a great job of touching on like all the major themes of the characters. They stick pretty close to the Iliad. I didn't have much beef with it from like a historical perspective. This is not exactly the same. Some people die that should live. Some people live that should die. Whatever. They compress it to make it into a movie, and that's fine. They do a great job. I can't believe that some reviewers, some critics said it was only okay. They said it didn't have any emotional resonance. What the fuck are you talking about, critics? Like, that movie is fucking sick. If you didn't like that movie, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. And you probably can't even spell Homer. Boom. I also discovered a DJ. I got like a new favorite artist called Akira the Don. He is amazing. He sets speeches made by like some of the great speakers, like popular internet speakers, like Alan Watts, Jordan Peterson, Joseph Campbell. Motherfucking Joseph Campbell, the guy who popularized the hero's journey, the idea of the hero's journey in the West, who articulated that hero myth, like the OG of mythological studies, Joseph the motherfucker Campbell. He sets them to awesome music. I think I already said Jocko Willink. He also does a couple that I'm not as interested in, like Gary Vee, Elon Musk. You know, no disrespect to them, but they're just not people I'm as familiar with, and I'm not as personally involved with. So yeah, I've been fucking ripping through his shit. His music is so good. Like some of his songs, they just like sparkle with meaning, with inspiration. Like when I listen to them, I feel that awe feeling. It's like what you want to think about at a rave. So the timing couldn't be better for him to come into my life during EDC weekend. And if you're at all interested in him, just reach out to me. I'll share with you my playlist that I made of like my favorite shit that he has. I've already shared it with a couple people. They think he's dope too. Some of my favorite tracks are There Will Be Noise, where he samples Alan Watts. He talks about the koan, like if a tree falls in the forest but no one's there to hear it, does it make a noise? And Alan Watts makes the very good point that noise, that when the tree falls, it vibrates the air, yes, but that vibration in the air isn't a noise until it strikes an ear that's connected to a nervous system that perceives this vibration of the air as noise. Similarly, like space is black, right? But actually it's bathed in the light of the suns, of all the stars. But it seems black until something floats through it that catches and reflects the light. And then when that light is reflected from that surface and strikes an eye connected to a nervous system that will interpret that light as something visible, that it takes on a color, that it becomes visible. So that was kind of a mindfuck to me because, you know, we interpret these events as being so concrete, so objective. But in reality, they're all subjective. Like we consider there to be an objective universe, but it's all subjective to our perception. You know, I love that kind of trippy stuff. And I am very happy to report that I finished The Road. That was an awesome book. That motherfucker, Cormac McCarthy, dude can write. That dude can make the English language sing. It's amazing. It's bleak as fuck. So, for those who don't know, the Road it tells the story of a man and his son on a journey at a time after a nuclear war has killed all life on Earth. Nothing survives, nothing grows, except for a few scattered human survivors. But the thing is, since there's nothing alive, that means there's nothing to eat except other people. So the world is filled with these cannibals. So needless to say, it's pretty sketch. The man and the boy, they don't have names. They're just like scavenge from like tiny scraps of food wherever they can find it, while hiding from cannibals and trying to be something that's good in this world that's so dark and bleak. And his writing style is really interesting because he doesn't use commas or quotation marks. I think I read like 20 pages before I found my first comma. I was like, what the fuck is this? But quotation marks aren't there at all. But the like austerity of his punctuation, it serves to like highlight the grayness and bleakness of this world. It's really fascinating, and it was as dark and bleak as the subject matter is, it was awesome to read. Like, I don't usually, not to brag, but I got a pretty nice vocabulary. And I don't usually come across words that I don't know, but there were a couple words that I had to look up in my little Kindle dictionary, so that was nice. And the ending is the best part. The last paragraph of that book, it just caught my imagination in this like incredible, like inspirational, like shimmering, just awesome way. My words are failing to describe it. It's like, yeah, it's hard for me to describe it without spoiling it. But the ending of the book, the conclusion of this book, top notch, top notch. Like I actually knew the ending in terms of the story, like the actual events that occurred, but the language, like the way he puts together the final paragraph, sick. Cormac McCarthy, The Road, awesome book. 2 thumbs up. So the next book I'm going to read is probably going to be Dune, because of course, that's like one of the great science fiction novels in English, and B, one of the awesome Akira the Don songs that I've been listening to is where he takes some passages from Dune and he sets them to music. Use it with Comic Book Girl 119, I think is her name. She's the lyricist. She does a great job. The language sounds awesome. And like reading it just inspired me to go through that book and fucking read this book. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna read the line to you real quick. I'm gonna pull up the lyrics. You just gotta hear it. Just gotta hear it, yo. It's fucking dope. Oh fuck, maybe I can't. Hold on, fuck. Oh man, maybe I can't. All right, fuck. I'm just gonna try and go from memory. He says, 4 things. The world rests on 4 pillars: the prayers of the righteous, the I can't do it. Anyways, One Step Beyond Logic. Akira the Don. Check that song out. One of my favorites. Amazing. And so, yeah, I'm going to read the book Dune. I also got a copy of the Iliad, Alexander Pope, the motherfucker, Alexander Pope, and the fucking OG-ass King James Bible coming in. I'm going to read that shit Saturday. I might even record, like, the Iliad read aloud, because it's a poem, you know? You can't fucking read the Iliad silently. You can't sit there and read it in your head. No. You can't even like mutter it out loud. That's a book that has to be declared. It's got to be presented. You gotta say it with your chest, you know. So I'm excited to do that. Gonna get in the right headspace, and fucking dive into some literature, you know, some mythology. So I'm fucking stoked. I do miss raves though, and I miss seeing my friends. So yeah, that is that. Coming up this week, I'm excited to for a Skype call with the boys on Wednesday, and there's also going to be a lecture from the Huntington Library. They're going to talk about like farmers or something. And I love the Huntington. I like farmers, you know. 乡土中国, you know, we from the soil. So yeah, yep. This concludes week 8. I hope you've enjoyed watching. If you like this, I would love to see you make a video yourself. I'd love to see what's going on in your life, see whether things are opening up where you live or clammed up still, see how you feel about starting to go outside, and see what you think about this crazy economy, this crazy stock market. See if we can find a way to make a little money. All right, cool. Well, that's it for this week. Whew, this was a long one, but I hope it was good. And yeah, that's all I got for today. Later, skaters. All right, take 2. I couldn't leave it alone. I couldn't leave you hanging without that full proper quote. So here it is. A world is supported by 4 things: the learning of the wise, the justice of the great, the prayers of the righteous, and the valor of the brave. But all of these are as nothing without a ruler who knows the art of ruling. Make that the science of your tradition. All life is in the service of life. Boom!